Hello friends, in this tutorial we are going to discuss about basics of HTML. In this tutorial we will create one login page so that we can use in our project. I am using Notepad. You can use any editor, Notepad, Notepad++, or any ID if you want you can use. So I am creating one file here that should be HTML file. So I replace this by login.html. So you can use any syntax, any extension like .html or .html. I'm using create, and if you want, if you can open HTML can run in browser. These are static pages. We can run any browser. We can use to run any one of our browser like Internet Explorer, Google Chrome or Firefox. So let me open this in some editor, that's in Notepad. So here very basic structure of HTML is like we have HTML tag. Whatever tag we are opening, we can close that by this slash. So this is the parent tag we have in HTML, and inside this HTML if you want to add JavaScript or CSS code, then you can use head tag. Inside this head tag you can write your CSS and JavaScript code, and inside the body we can write our content. So every code, every tag, whatever I am opening, which is closed by this forward or this slash cycle. Okay, so here just I am using h1 tag. So h1 tag is used to write heading, whatever the heading you want. Say this is login page, so I am at login page here. Okay, so in this browser if you refresh this is the login page. You can increase or decrease by h2, so it is decreasing. Similarly we have h1 up to h6, so you can use any one of them, but right now I am using here h1 only. Now I have this heading here, and now I want username and password below this, and then I want two buttons like submit and reset. So I will be creating two buttons here. So for that I am using table tag here. Table tag can use row and column. So I will open and I will close this table tag here. To represent a row we can use tr. This represent our one row. Inside this tr tag I am using td here. Td represents our column. So this is my column, open and close, and this is username. So if you see here, I have written username and username is coming here. Now beside this I want one more column td. In this column I want input type username. Input type, we can use input type as a text. So we will create one text field for us. Similarly I want password and password field over here, so I will replicate this one. So these are called as attribute, like this is the tag and whatever you write, this is the attribute and this is the value of that particular attribute. So we can have multiple attribute inside one tag. So right now we have only this attribute. Later we will add name and all, and we can use class. Multiple attributes we can add here inside any tag. So here we have username and I want password label, so I created password. This is my label and this is password, so that it will not print our text. Here if you see I am writing here, but if you write here this is dot dot you will see. And now I want two buttons here, one is login and second one is reset, to reset this form. So similarly I will create one more tr, and here I will duplicate this input type. So instead of password you can use submit. This is submit button and the value of submit is login. So login will print on this button, and here input type is reset and the value we can reset the form. So here if you see here login and reset both are not working because we haven't used that form tag. So form tag will take table class. So parent of table we will create one form tag, so that this functionality, this submit and reset button will work. So I will be creating one more tag, that is form tag, and close this form tag. And this form tag has one attribute, that is action. In this action I want to login, so it will call this particular URL, and reset will work user. So if you see here, if I enter something here and some password here, if you click on log, it goes to login page, but we don't have this login page yet. And in case of reset it will reset entire form, whatever the form we are using. So HTML is basic, like by HTML we can create one skeleton, but if you want to beautify this page then you can use CSS required to enhance this design. So simple skeleton you can create using HTML, but you want to provide color and all, font family, these things you can use CSS. And even if you want some functionality to be run here, then you can use JavaScript, like you want username followed by @ then you can write some JavaScript code that will make sure that user cannot enter wrong entry, so that server will get a validated data. So for validation purpose we can use JavaScript. For styling purpose we can use cascading style. So in next tutorial we will discuss about this CSS part. Thanks for watching.